Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your Q1 tarot reading with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. I just want to say a massive thank you so much for continuing to be a subscriber. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose, and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So I'm going to give these a shuffle and make sure that they are ready. And then we will get straight into your read. So this is for January through March, Q1 of 2025. Here we are, right? Can you believe it? Ooh. I threw them all over the place there. Okay, and all right, so for your triplet, you have the Judgment card, okay, with the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands has been one of those cards that's been really active throughout all of the readings, and obviously I use a different deck for each sign, so the fact that it's come up so many times is quite interesting to me. Now, what I will say to you is this suggests that this over the first quarter of this year, your big focus is going to be a big change that's coming to your work, right? There's going to be big changes, big adaptations. There's also going to be calls to action that the universe kind of sets into motion for you. It may very well be that a lot of you are changing the location of your work. It's also possible that a lot of you could be changing the industry of your work. Now, what's really interesting about this to me is the Judgment cards suggest that this is you going back to an industry as opposed to going into a completely different or going into a completely new one. It's like a return to ... Another thing that's going to be a primary focus for you over this next 3 months is how to generate an income from the things that you love to do. So yes, it could be a side hustle, you know, it could be all of those kinds of things, but it's almost like you're trying to find a way to monetize something that you love. And I'm really happy about this for you. And the reason being is I've made a lifetime and a living, so, well, certainly from almost the last decade, from doing what I love. And I love proving, you know, when people say like, oh, you can't do what you like and earn money, that's not possible. I love proving people wrong on that front. And for that reason, I always encourage people to really go after the thing that sets you on fire, the thing that makes you feel like, yes, you know what, I love doing this, right? I want to do this all the time if I can. So go for it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say to you. Another way that this could also potentially show up this next quarter may very well be about you building something for the long term, right? Okay, so in terms of your months, January, look at this, straight out the gate you've got the Sun card. So one of my wonderful friends in my online community will be loving this. He's been getting the Sun card left, right and bloody centre recently. He's probably wondering what the hell's going on, right? Which is great. Look, you come into the year, you've got the Sun card to start off with. You come in and you are feeling that there are reasons to be more optimistic. The sun is shining on you. In combination with that triplet, there's a message here to say that the goals and the dreams that you had from yesteryear, not only are they possible for you to complete or to bring into tangible sort of reality this year, but more importantly, that desire that you have to remember how much fun and pleasure and joy and enjoyment you can get from life is palpable. And as long as you're following that, this is the way forward. It's also possible that a lot of you could be traveling this month, but if you are traveling, you will be traveling to a place that you've already been before. It's not you going to somewhere completely brand new. For your communications, for February, you've got the High Priestess. So these two cards in nature are somewhat opposite, right? The Sun card is about illumination and, you know, putting things out into the world, whereas the High Priestess is about things being concealed or hidden in some way. It's also about your own personal intuition, and one of the things that you're being asked to really focus on over the course of, certainly over the course of February, is how to tap into the ancestral power in your lineage, and also how to utilize your own psychic and intuitive faculties. Now, because you've got the Judgment card here, one of the things that I will encourage you actively to do is to think about what ancestor worship and or practice you could welcome into your life in a more tangible kind of way. Finally, because the High Priestess is hidden things revealed, this may actually be for some of you that you find an item or an object or even like a journal from an old loved one, you know, who's no longer with us. And it's almost like you read it and you're like, holy crap, this is more like an instruction manual rather than like a journal. It's really like, the only way I can describe it is, it's like, let's say you discover an old painting set from a loved one who's passed on, and then you just can't help but get obsessed with learning how to paint and all the rest of it. It's kind of like that, right? It could be anything from an object through to a journal, but whatever it is, it will be like an instruction that they're giving you from beyond to say, go in this direction, there's something there for you. How wonderful is that? Right now, for those of you, when it comes to March is a packed astrological time. There's going to be a lot going on in that month astrologically. If you haven't seen your life path overviews, make sure you check those out. They're up and out there for your viewing pleasure. As are your 2025 Astro Taroscopes are out there for your purchasing pleasure as well. Now, for March, you've got the Chariot card, which means March is going to be, on its own, it's going to be quite an intense month. But this Chariot card says that it's going to be fast, it's going to be furious, there's going to be a lot going on. The beauty of it is as well, the two retrogrades that start in the sign of Aries of Mercury and Venus, certainly at the beginning of their transits, less so towards the second half. In the first half of their transit, they're actually going to be shining quite favorably on you. It's when they come back into Pisces that they're going to potentially start to cause, you know, some needs to really think about what you're doing. All right. But all in all, the Chariot card is you proceeding, you're going in, you're going hard. I absolutely love this because it's kind of like a bull run, right? Even with this High Priestess here, this is you working more behind the scenes, but it's like a straight shot of like, just get me there, right? I've got shit to do, places to go, people to see, all of that good stuff. Remember, the Chariot card, it is a victory card as well. It just requires a little bit of navigation, because if we go too fast with the tower, with the Chariot, we can end up at the tower. All right. For your actions and options, you've got the Queen of Cups. This quarter is about nurturing and nourishing the things that you truly desire. And in order to do that, you have to know what those are. This is a time for you to emotionally and psychically get really clear on what it is that you are actually looking to create more of in your life, and then building a plan accordingly. In terms of the options that are available to you, there's a chance here for you to gain some kind of help and or support, potentially from one woman. This would be like a mother, a partner. It could also be like a sister, somebody that has like a very matriarchal energy, maybe of assistance to you. Now, for your communications and conversations, you've got the Star card. Love this, right? So the message behind this card is one of hope for the future, and also an unwavering trust in the universe. The fact that you have this as your communications mean there are new communications coming in, but there are old goals that are being refreshed. This is kind of like you're taking all of the new things that are available to you and you're finding a way to put them out into the world You know, like you're taking the old goals, but you're using new tools to get them done. Love that. The communications that you're having is fun, it's vibrant, there's potentially good friends that are coming around and supporting you here. If you are studying or in some form of academia, it's quite possible you'll be doing a lot of this online, or potentially maybe you decide to take some kind of technological course, maybe about star signs, possibly, who knows, but maybe about like software. Maybe you're starting to, you know, to get, maybe you're taking a course on how to use AI. Do you know what I mean? Like you're using all of the things that are at your disposal on a technological level, including studying online, or maybe like a correspondence course. When it comes to your those of you that are employed by somebody else, this bodes very well, because it means that whatever job you do work on or stumble into or decide to go to next, or even if you decide to stay where you are, the future is all but secured, right? You really, it kind of says that you have what you need to take things to a new level, and also there are going to be innovative ideas and designs that come in to really challenge you in a good way. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is a point at which you start to bring more technology into the work that you do, or you start relying more on the technological apparatus that are available out there in the world, and you start realizing, like, actually this can be a total asset to me and my business. And then for those of you that are retired and no longer working, this might be the quarter where you say to yourself, okay, I've got to get a handle on all this new tech stuff. You know, it's coming whether I like it or not. Let me start being a part of the revolution. For your love and relations, you've got the Three of Wands. If you're partnered, married, or in a long-term commitment, you're sweeping them up and shooting them off to somewhere else, somewhere different. It looks like you and your partner are traveling together, potentially quite a distance as well. Like wherever you're going, it's probably somewhere quite different, maybe quite exotic, somewhere like that's really, you know, enjoyable. It's going to be a great trip, lots of laughter, lots of what I would say like silly moment memories as well. So there's that. And then when it comes to your oh my god, come on brain, I've gone completely blank. When it comes to those of you that are single and looking and ready to mingle, this is options. Like so many options, okay, Saggy? Like, trust me, you will not be short of options to date or to connect with people. So love that for you. And then finally, before we get into your money and materials, remember you can book a personal tarot reading with me. It's a recorded video. It's kind of like what's on YouTube, only it's more in depth and it's got personal considerations and your questions. And then finally, for your money and materials, you've got the Page of Wands. This is good news that finds you about your finances, but more importantly, because it's the Page of Wands, the message here is that there is information that's going to come in for you over the next 3 months that will end up being very lucrative. You will have to decipher which is which though. All right. So whatever information is coming in, that's where your money lies, right? It's going to be in information, ideas, you know, potentially even invites as well that come in. That's where your money is over this next 3 months. So be open to whatever comes in. For your physical health and vitality, it may be actually that you decide, even though health is good, that you decide to embark on some kind of new health regime. And I would say that's probably a really good way to go. If you can do this with your significant other or with a group of people, that is highly favored for you as well. And then finally, when it comes to your, oh gosh, what's the, yeah, when it comes to your, oh my god, my brain, come on brain. Yeah, when it comes to your home and environment, the Page of Wands, this will be a letter an actual piece of paper, like a, you know, snail mail as they call it, that's coming in for you, that will be something that you really like, something that makes you really very happy to hear. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'll be really pleasant. Like, when you get it, it'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. So, and I feel like it will be an offer of some kind. And then finally, for your key to the quarter, you've got the gate 17 and opinions. Lions and sheep, right? Opinions of lion, you know, opinions of sheeps and lions, and that pithy saying that's out there. But truthfully speaking, if you find that there's someone that tries to tear you down over this next 3 months, as I suspect there will be, because these cards are so good, there could only be one thing that really sort of provides the fly in the ointment, as they say. And that's that there's going to be someone who tries to sort of rain on your parade, or piss on your fireworks, as I like to say. And my advice would be to remember that it's just their opinion. It's not truth, it's not fact, it's just their opinion. And that's it, right? You can have your opinion, cool, no problem. That's not going to change my mind, right? It's not going to change my direction. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic Q1. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.